the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Washington Huskies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. On the option. Slithers into space. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal.
Oh, he's got some space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
Coming out with it, it's Johnson. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Back to pass, it's Russell. Pulls it in, it's Adams. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Let's talk about Alabama. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. He'll fit right in.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Back to pass. Oh, he makes the catch. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Alabama pushing the tempo. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. A beautiful pass.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Got a little space. Makes a pass to Marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
From the gun, give on the inside.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
The give on the inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Softened him up with the run, now to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Edwards. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Man, oh man, am I upset at my offensive line to give up penetration that fast? Man, we blinked and missed it.
He barely got the ball and just got destroyed immediately. What a great play. Sets up the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Clark. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. motion from the wideout. Williams will pass. Pocket breaking down. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. Might be calling a hot route. Gonna swing it on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Harris. Racing down the left side. Inside the touchdown, Washington. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 7 over USC. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. On the ground, it's Riley. Hard running there. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. He leaves it with the back. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The run to the left. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
We've reached the break. It's Washington holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Right back to the well. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Field. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
To the air, it's Russell. Caught in the backfield, it's Riley. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, a great job making the tackle there. Now setting up third down in your own red zone. This is a stop you have to come up with. You want to give up field goals in this area of the field, not touchdowns.
On third and short, the power run here. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Motion from the wide receiver. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Now sliding to his left. Gets the first himself. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Williams looking for a man. Got it in the middle. It's Harris. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
So now it's second and long. They go to the draw. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had in these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Harris. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. This dude is putting up numbers. He just cracked the 150 mark in receiving yards.
Man, he's a weapon, Reese. He runs routes. He's fast. He's great with the football in his hands, and he can line up in a lot of different spots and run the entire route trip. And what can't this guy do?
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback get going the other direction.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Making side adjustments here. will pass. Under fire. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll send out the kicker here. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Get this drive going from the 17. Wide receiver comes in motion. Leaves it with the running back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Alabama will get the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll move the wide receiver. Well, jet sweep pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Fires to the big fella. At the 40, there he goes. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Alabama pushing the tempo. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Firing to the right, complete. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. The Tide will get the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown Tide!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Williams looking for a man. Lofts one high and deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Looking to fire. The quick out. Turning it on. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls out.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
And they'll just down it right there.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll try the run. Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The give from the gun. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Husky. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Blitz Ncaa can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Touch pass on the run. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Edwards. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to run for it. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Nice grab in traffic. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll leave it with him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. It'll be a draw. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The inside handoff. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Here's the handoff. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Flicks it out of the air. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If you like old-fashioned, grinded-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Williams will pass. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Finding an escape route. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Caught over the middle. It's Perkins. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Crimson Tide could get very aggressive here on 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's a good 2nd down run. Commit to the running game. Run the football. Great gain. Great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
So 1st down in the red zone, and this crowd getting behind its defense. Running back searching for a hole. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And if I'm the running back, I'm like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
Complete downfield. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. A first down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Alabama! They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 12 to Texas. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. It's a draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call. Not a lot of time left in the game.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He'll make his way out of bounds. Nice pickup, and more importantly, he gets the clock stopped.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback making adjustments. Williams looking for a man. Finds his man. It's Hill. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Got out of trouble and throws. Grab near the marker. It's Harris. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down. Now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the first down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You've got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score, like you said, Reese. Work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
Wants to go up top on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Lets it fly deep downfield. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Well, the quarterback rolls out. Because of that, this is a slow developing play. That defender had to cover his guy for a long time, but he stayed right with him and was able to knock it away.
trying to change now on 2nd and long. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He might want another play. Williams will pass. Rush is on him. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
And now I'm just saying one more stop. Come on, guys. We know they're passing the football. We know they got to get to the end zone for them to beat us. We are not going to let that happen. We're going to play deep to shallow, tackle them in bounds. This ball game's over. One more play for this defense.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another